All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to day 5 here in the Nerf Surf and Turf. And what I love is that there's so much going on here, and I'm going to share with you the details of this because that's what's behind this entire casting region is going into detail. But we haven't even gotten into the specialty regions yet. So it's not going to be until day 8 when people can start to build factories that anybody can even do specialist stuff. So at this point in the game, only 1/3 of the players in the game, only the turf people can build anything. And right now it's cavalry and armored cars. And nobody else can build anything. Nothing else can be built. I love it. I love it. So let's go ahead and move over to the drama that is happening here between Northern New World and Southern New World is this continuing divide. Look at this clusterfuck. Holy shit. Just if you look along this divide here, there is so much troop movement. They're just eating their own. If only Canada and the United States had been able to come to some kind of agreement early on, they would be a unified threat against somebody in Europe and the Middle East. But no, they are fully adversarial, fully pissed off on the border, about to kick someone's ass. So this is great, man. Like, I love it because it represents sort of that oppositional, warlike stance that a lot of people will take if they can't trust each other. And World War I, if you look at history, if nothing else, it was a like a textbook example of when nobody can trust anyone else and they all just go do their own fucking thing. So let's move over to the Middle East where oh my God. So if you look at what Benai has done here, Benai has captured Wood here, also captured Constantine, and also captured Bone. And I think Tunis potentially as well. I'm not sure. But the main thing being, like, holy crap, almost bloodless. I mean, he's lost, and honestly, West Libya has lost more troops than any of his brethren over here. If we look at East Libya and Egypt, West Libya has lost more troops, but that's because he's kind of on the leading edge of what's going on here. But if we look over to here, this is East Libya. Here is Morcus the Dorcas. He has taken 1, 2, 3, 4 territories. And several of those are still at 25% because he just took him. So 4 territories, 1, 2, 3, 4. I feel like as of right now, the Eastern Middle East down here, Benaiah, Dorcas, and Silver Star, they're in the lead. And I know that the actual points lag behind, but with them having taken 4 and 4, 8 total territories, I just don't even know what to say. And then it looks like the Western players here are making a stand at the capital, which, thank goodness, and I've been in the back rooms looking at what they're saying to each other. And this is a strong defense at the capital that needed to happen. And I'm not sure what's going to happen when this all comes down, but holy crap, there were some mind games played here. That's all I'm going to say. And I've already hinted at that a little bit. So we come over to here. We have Arabia, Ottoman, Greek, and they haven't really done much. They're just sort of playing defensively. But what is interesting here now is what's going on in Central Europe. So here's what I see. We have this very powerful alliance of Spain, France, and Italy, right? What are they going to do? Well, what they appear to be doing now is gathering troops north central. So if you look at what that coalition has here, that's 65 with 3 cars. So let's just call that 70, right? 70. Over here, we have 70 more and roughly 20 more, right? So call it what you want, but I call it 100 and, geez, 170, 180 troops in the region. Now, I feel like Germany with 30, that's not much. But wait a minute. Germany has 20 that can run in, so that's 50. And then Germany has a car here, that's 52. And he has 4 more cars over here, so that's 60, 61. So it's still not great if they attack into Strasbourg, but Strasbourg has a level 3 fort here. So this is something that I've learned to watch for ever since Raya Force played in that Arena Alliance game, that look for people in the backfield that are ready to run in and defend, because that's just good gameplay. You know, you goad someone and you bait someone into attacking you, and it looks like you don't have enough to defend there, and then you stream in people who can defend there. So I'm loving it. I don't know if that's intentional on Germany's behalf, but I am loving it. Now, it looks like Great Britain has brought some more people into here. Interesting. And maybe thing is, I can't watch everything every minute, but Great Britain now has 25, 30, 35-ish, 30 to 35 people to defend their territories down here, which is not bad. That's good. In fact, because of the fact that you have this mainland Spain, France, Italy alliance here, Britain does need to send some people into mainland Europe, and he or she has done that, and that's great. I think that's really appropriate that they've done that. We'll see what happens. I mean, that means that there's going to be a presence from Britain over here of about 25, 30 people, and then another 60 people down here from Germany. And then here's another thing. I'm seeing people running in, look at that, from Austria-Hungary. So 14, 15 more people coming in here. So there is a consolidation of power happening from around the globe into this region here in eastern France. So, wow, big, volatile, powerful stuff happening over there. I will say, if we move around, not much more is happening. Yeah. I mean, Russia continues to sort of have a broad defensive program here. There are things happening in northern Russia, but I don't think, none of that is a real serious threat. It does seem like Russia is holding back those forces in a similar way that Raya Force did. Raya Force may have started a whole new kind of gameplay here, which is you don't keep all of your defensive forces at the front. You hold them back in the hopes that somebody attacks you, and then when they attack you, you run your defensive forces in and you smother them because you have that defensive advantage, especially if there are forts involved. So who knows what's going on over there? And then finally, we do have Scandinavia here. Scandinavia is, I feel like, I think my feeling about Hertz, and it says Hazeman. Is it not Hemland? It's some of these things. Oh, Kalikush, Hertz. Well, anyway, my feelings about them is they are smart players, and they know what they're doing. And early on over here, Sweden, who's Hertz, was able to capture the capital of Copenhagen and get a beachhead in Europe. And this may seem like nothing at all, but I promise you it's not nothing at all. It's a beachhead. You can land there. You can mass troops there. And I do see some people from Finland over here. They haven't quite moved over to the beachhead, but if they do, that will be big problems for Germany in Europe. So I don't even know, man, like what is going to happen here, because we have Germany here who's in the middle of everything. And it looks like troops are massing around Germany. We have 66 over here. We have another 69 over here. So call that 140, 150. And then with all the additional troops, we have like 180 on 30. That's it, 30. 180 versus 30. And then if you count the troops that are sort of lingering on the outskirts here, we have 180 versus 50. Oh God, Europe is looking tied up. It's going to be very interesting happening, forward. And I don't know, if the troops really, like, if the troop count in the vicinity, if they just land here on Strasbourg, I don't know what Germany can do about it. I really don't. Maybe some of the surrounding countries could capitalize on that and counterattack. I don't know. We'll see. It's very interesting. Again, though, we're still here on day 5 of what won't even really be interesting until day 10 or 12 of a game, because specialists are not going to be able to build stuff until they have factories. You can only start to build factories on day 8, which means you can only complete factories on day 10. So air can build balloons on day 10. If you've already got, and hopefully you already do, if you already have harbors, then the Navy can begin building cruisers on day 10, right? And of course, land units, the land teams can begin building cannon on day 10 as well. So everything's going to start on day 10, and we'll see what happens from then on out. As of right now, it's still early in the game, and everything is nuts. It is crazy. So I'm going to save this game and then record my generic long distance safe game for you to see in real time. These games will be released after the fact on a separate channel, and this is when you're going to understand what really did happen. All right, that's all there is to it for now, guys. Thanks for checking in. I'll see y'all next time. Adios, amigos.